This week's hometown hero was badly injured while serving in Iraq.
The experience inspired this Marine to become a doctor and embark on a new mission to heal fellow veterans and civilians alike.
I have a pretty large family. There's 6 boys in my family and 1 sister. So we just did a lot of teamwork. Everything we did, we're always doing together, and I found that there's a lot of value in that.
The call to serve also came from family, following his 2 brothers into the Marine Corps and enlisting in 2005 while still in high school.
They send all Marines to basic rifleman training. So you hold 2 positions. You got to be able to still do, let's say, if you're a plumber in the Marine Corps, well, you need to be a plumber, but you also need to know how to handle a weapon.
Filtz received an unlikely assignment out of the gate, Mount Fuji, Japan.
A very, very unique scenario, because that's usually not a place where someone straight out of boot camp goes. And I spent a year there in literally at the base of Mount Fuji. Beautiful place.
Then it was back to Camp Pendleton, where he was attached to the 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, one of the most decorated units within the Marine Corps, in preparation for base consolidation as the U.S. withdrew combat troops from Iraq starting in 2008.
So then our job when we got there was to go and take, let's say there was 15 different outposts in a 15-mile radius. We would either tear down old outposts and then we'd rebuild or refortify the ones that were going to stay there. Obviously, roadside bombs were really big, and so we had to be very vigilant about all of that. And then also at the same time, hopefully not get shot at.
The job required him to constantly jump in and out of equipment with some 30 pounds of gear, and one jump went very wrong.
When it happens, it's like a lightning bolt. So you could feel it down the back of your leg, and then you could feel the joints and your entire spine tightening up, so that it was just excruciating pain.
At just 22, feeling the side effects of high-dose painkillers, he was told his only option was surgery. But this Marine thought there had to be another way.
And I pushed back a bit, and I'm glad I did. The military, you don't want to push back too much, but I did. And they said, well, when you get back to your naval base or back to your Marine Corps base, there's a naval hospital there that you could possibly get some chiropractic care. Now, I didn't know anything about chiropractic. I just knew I didn't want surgery and I didn't want drugs.
He said the adjustments made him feel 10 times better, and the spark was ignited. Using military benefits, he put himself through UW-Stevens Point and Palmer College and celebrated 7 years this March operating his own practice, Foundation Chiropractic in Ashwaubenon.
There are so many different things that veterans can do that are non-invasive. And that's one of the biggest things I try to do here is teach. You just teach people how your body works. When we're talking specifically just to the vets who have fought into the Middle Eastern wars, I mean, we're talking 60% of them. 60% of them have some type of issue with their spine or with their joints.
Dr. Filtz specializes in instrument adjustments for patients who have anxiety about getting hurt with an adjustment by hand.
It's the same principle. We're contacting the side of the vertebrae, and it administers a light force, like a pressure, which then moves the vertebrae, so then it takes pressure off of the joint.
In fact, Doc is really a soft touch with a therapy dog named Maple, a pointer in honor of his alma mater. And he also has inspirational messages for patients to read as they walk by.
Is it that you were a Wisconsinite that makes you this dedicated to what you're doing now? Or was it the Marine Corps?
I give that all to God. He's put a voice into me that I need to make sure I share. I find something that I think more people could benefit from, and I want to make sure everybody knows it.
And we thank all our military for their service, and we ask you to let us know about the hometown hero in your neighborhood. Just go to our website, wearegreenbay.com.
Well, students from Fox Valley